Darkness doesn't just live in shadows, it walks with us, whispers to us, and waits for the right moment to strike. When beauty turns into danger, when silence hides secrets louder than screams, a new chapter begins. This is not just a return. This is the beginning of something far more ruthless, far more haunting, and far more unforgettable. A single light flickers in the distance, faint and trembling, as though it carries the weight of every untold story. The air feels heavy, filled with silence that is not peaceful but watchful, like 1,000 eyes staring from behind the curtain of night. The city does not sleep, it waits. Somewhere in the dark alleys, footsteps echo against broken stone, each step carrying a rhythm of fear, of longing, of power chasing power. A shadow moves, then vanishes, leaving only the trace of its presence and outline that is more frightening than the figure itself. Because in this world, what you cannot see is always more dangerous than what you can. The silence breaks with the distant roar of thunder. A storm brewing above, as though even the sky cannot hold its secrets any longer. Raindrops hit the ground, each one sharp, fast, relentless. In that rain lies a promise of truth being washed into light and lies drowning under its weight. But every truth comes at a cost, and those who have survived until now know better than to trust the storm. They know the storm is not cleansing. It is calling for them to face what they buried, to face what they betrayed, to face what they feared. The city lights flicker, glowing red, gold, and white, but never steady, always shaking as though unsure if they should reveal or conceal. Somewhere in those lights, a figure stands in silence, looking down at the restless streets. The face cannot be seen, but the presence is undeniable. Power does not need a face. It needs only silence strong enough to make others kneel. And silence has returned, stronger than ever. Memories linger, and the past refuses to stay buried. A whisper cuts through the rain, sharp as a blade. Trust no one. The words echo through the empty corners of the city, reaching every shadow, every broken glass window, every restless soul waiting for something they cannot name. Friends may return as enemies, and enemies may return as ghosts, and those who once stood together will find their bond cracking like old stone. Because nothing in this world survives untouched, not love, not loyalty, not even blood, but in the middle of betrayal. Something else rises, desire, a desire so strong it consumes, a desire that blinds, a desire that refuses to die even when drowned in fire. And from this desire, choices are born. Dangerous choices, reckless choices, choices that will carve the future of every soul in this world. Some will choose love, others will choose power, and some will choose nothing at all, yet all will pay the price. Because the price of survival has always been the same. Sacrifice. As the rain grows heavier, the heartbeat of the city grows louder, pounding like a drum of war. Doors slam. Glass shatters. A scream echoes and then fades into silence, as if swallowed by the night itself. But the night does not swallow, it keeps. Every sound, every secret, every promise broken, it keeps them, waits with them, and feeds on them. And now the night is hungry again. Those who survived before know what this means. They know that survival is not victory, it is only a delay. The real test has not yet begun, and the deeper they go, the sharper the knives waiting in the dark. Season after season, the game has changed, but the rules remain the same. Trust no one, fear everyone, and remember that even beauty wears a mask. The mask may shine, the mask may smile, but underneath is a darkness that has no end. And this time, that darkness is not hiding, it is walking into the light. The storm does not pass. It lingers, heavier, darker, as though the sky itself has chosen sides. Every street seems alive, breathing, pulsing with secrets. The rain no longer feels like water, it feels like warning. Every drop whispers of what is coming, every drop sharp enough to cut through silence. The world is trembling, not from the cold, but from the truth waiting to surface. And in this trembling, the first cracks appear, a door creaks open in the shadows, slow and hesitant, as though even the wood fears what lies on the other side. A figure steps inside, but their face remains hidden, swallowed by the dim light. They pause, not to rest, but to listen. Listening has become more dangerous than speaking because silence carries more weight than words now. Behind every silence is a plan. Behind every silence is betrayal. Behind every silence is a name waiting to be erased. The walls themselves seem to lean closer, heavy with memories that refuse to die. Betrayal has walked here before, and it left stains too deep to be washed away. Blood may dry, but it never vanishes. Promises may be broken, but their echoes never fade. And in this place, where memory and reality bleed into one another, trust is not just fragile, it is already broken. Those who once swore to stand together now glance over their shoulders, counting footsteps, fearing the touch of hands that once felt safe. The game has changed. The enemies that once wore masks no longer need them. They have grown bold, stepping into the open, daring the world to defy them. Their strength lies not in numbers, but in shadows that move faster than light, striking before a breath can escape. And still, they are not the greatest threat. The greatest threat lies within, in the choices of those who fight to survive, in the lies they tell themselves to justify their hunger. Because the line between survival and destruction is not drawn in blood, it is drawn in desire. Desire burns quietly at first. It smolders, waiting for the right spark. But once ignited, it consumes everything: friendship, loyalty, even love. Those who crave power will do anything to possess it. Those who crave freedom will do anything to escape. And those who crave revenge will stop at nothing, not even the destruction of their own soul. The city is filled with these desires now, clashing, twisting, exploding in silence before bursting into fire. It is no longer a city of survival. It has become a battlefield of obsession. The whispers grow louder. Who do you trust? The question beats like a drum in the hearts of those who remain. They search for allies, but allies have become ghosts. They search for truth, but truth has become poison. The closer they come to answers, the further they fall into traps. Every hand that reaches out carries a blade. Every smile hides an oath waiting to break. Every shadow promises safety, but delivers death. And yet, they keep walking because turning back means surrender. And surrender is not an option. Through it all, the storm continues to roar as though mocking their struggle. The sky flashes white, and in that moment of light, the truth is revealed. A figure stands at the center of it all, not hidden, not running, but waiting. They are neither ally nor enemy. They are something worse, inevitable. The kind of presence that bends the world around them, the kind of silence that kills more brutally than any blade. And though their face is hidden, their power is not. It radiates, undeniable, unstoppable, crushing everything it touches. The world of beauty and black has never been safe, but now it is something else entirely. It is no longer a story of survival. It is a war of shadows. A war where every heartbeat is borrowed, every secret is a weapon, and every step brings them closer to the edge. They thought they knew the darkness before. They thought they had seen betrayal at its worst. But this time, the darkness does not wait in corners. It walks beside them, it breathes with them, and it smiles when they close their eyes. And as the storm swallows the city whole, one truth remains sharper than ever. In this world, beauty is not salvation. Beauty is the mask of destruction. And those who chase it will find themselves broken, haunted, and consumed. Because Season 3 does not return with hope, it returns with hunger. The silence finally shatters. It doesn't break gently, it explodes. Doors burst open, glass rains down like shards of frozen light, and the city itself seems to scream. The storm no longer lingers above. It crashes into the ground, into the veins of every street, into the hearts of everyone who dares to stand. This is not the calm before the storm. This is the storm unleashed. Footsteps pound against woodstone, fast, desperate, relentless. A chase begins, but who is the hunter and who is the prey? The answer changes with every corner turned, every shadow crossed. A figure vanishes into the darkness, only to reappear closer, sharper, more dangerous. Breathless voices cry out, swallowed instantly by thunder, as if the night itself has chosen to silence them. Nothing feels solid anymore. Walls lean inward, floors shake, and the air itself is thick with fear. The game of whispers becomes a war of sound shouts crash, the tearing of fabric, the shattering of chains. Betrayal is no longer quiet. It has found its voice, and it roars. Enemies once hidden in silence now strike openly, clawing their way through the chaos with blades drawn, with fire burning in their eyes. Every movement is a strike, every glance a warning, every heartbeat a countdown. The city is alive, and it is burning from the inside out. Flashes of light tear through the dark. A single match ignites in an abandoned hall, flames curling, reaching, spreading until they consume the room whole. A bridge crumbles in the storm, collapsing into the black water below. A shadowed hand grips a weapon, lifting it high before it disappears into smoke. Everywhere, destruction writes its message. Nothing will remain untouched. Nothing will remain whole. But amid the chaos, there are faces unseen and names unspoken who still move with purpose. Some fight for survival, some fight for revenge, and some fight only because they refuse to stop. Their motives clash in silence, even as their actions scream louder than the storm. One reaches out, but the hand they grasp pulls them closer to danger. Another runs, but the path leads only to the very monster they sought to escape. In this world, running and fighting are the same. They both lead to blood. The heart of the city beats faster now, like a drum of war, like 1,000 footsteps closing in at once. Thunder answers, lightning blinds, and in every flash, more truth is revealed. A masked figure raises their head, staring into the fire. A door slams shut with finality, sealing someone's fate. A pair of eyes glisten in the shadows, glowing with rage, glowing with hunger. The storm does not hide them, it reveals them. And what it reveals is more terrifying than what it concealed, that no one can control it anymore. Not the leaders who once commanded loyalty, not the traitors who once thought themselves clever, not even the ghosts of the past who return with vengeance on their lips. The storm belongs to no one. It belongs to the chaos, to the hunger, to the endless war between desire and destruction. And those trapped inside it have no choice but to surrender to its rhythm. Screams echo, weapons clash, flames rise higher. In the chaos, promises are broken faster than they are spoken. Bonds fracture, love twists into obsession, and hatred sharpens into something even darker. The city itself begins to collapse under the weight of its own secrets, crumbling into pieces as though it, too, cannot bear the truth any longer. And still, the storm rages, demanding more, demanding everything. There is no escape now. Not from the fire, not from the rain, not from the shadows that move faster than the light. The only way forward is through destruction. The only way to survive is to fight. And even then, survival is not guaranteed. For every hand that rises to strike, another rises to betray. For every step toward freedom, another step leads into a trap. The storm has no end, only a hunger that grows with every heartbeat. And as the city screams and burns, one truth remains louder than all. This is not the end of the story. This is only the beginning of the fall. The fire begins to quiet, but it does not die. It smolders, crawling through the ruins like a serpent, leaving trails of smoke that curl upward into the night sky. The city breathes slower now, not because the storm has passed, but because it is holding its breath. Silence creeps back in, thick and suffocating, wrapping itself around every broken wall, every shattered window, every body left behind. This silence is not peace. It is the calm that comes when the world realizes it is standing at the edge of something far greater than destruction. Somewhere in the ruins, footsteps echo. They are slow, measured, deliberate. Whoever walks now does not run, does not stumble, does not fear. They move like they belong here, like the storm itself has carved a path for them. Their presence bends the air, bends the silence, bends even the shadows. For a moment, the world itself seems to tilt toward them, as though drawn to their gravity. Their face remains hidden, but faces no longer matter. What matters is the power that moves with them, the inevitability of their arrival. Those who are left alive feel it. They do not need to see the figure to know the truth. Fear spreads without sound, crawling into their bones, shaking their resolve. Eyes dart across the ruins, searching for allies that no longer exist, for promises that have already turned to dust. The game of survival has ended. What remains now is not survival, it is surrender. And still, some cling to the illusion of hope, whispering lies to themselves in the dark, convincing their trembling hearts that they still have a chance. But the truth stands before them, faceless and merciless. The storm has chosen its victor. The sky opens again, lightning tearing across the clouds like cracks in the heavens. For an instant, everything is revealed. The ruins stretch endlessly, the bodies of betrayal litter the ground, and the figure at the center stands unmoved, unbroken, untouchable. A voice, low and cold, seems to rise not from lips but from the very air itself. Every secret demands a price. The words hang heavy, echoing into the bones of the city, echoing into the hearts of those still standing. It is not a warning. It is a promise. Memories rush back like knives deals made in shadows, betrayals sealed with silence, desires burned into the skin of the city. Every choice they made, every step they took, has led here. And now there is no way back. The past has clawed its way into the present, and the present is devouring the future. This is not a new beginning. This is the inevitable end of everything they tried to escape. But the end does not come in one strike. It comes slowly, like poison, seeping into every corner, filling every breath, tightening its grip until even the strongest collapse. Faces that once promised safety are revealed as masks. Bonds that once promised strength dissolve into dust. And the beauty they once clung to as light is revealed for what it truly is, a disguise for darkness. The storm fades, but its silence is louder than thunder. Flames die, but their smoke clouds every path forward. In this world, there are no clean victories, no safe exits. There is only the price left to pay, and the demand that every soul must answer. Some will pay in blood, some will pay in loyalty, and some will pay in the kind of silence that swallows them whole, erasing them from the story forever. And then, everything stops. The world holds still, balanced on the edge of a knife. The heartbeat of the city slows until it is almost too faint to hear. A single sound cuts through the silence, breath sharp and deliberate. It is not the breath of someone afraid. It is the breath of someone ready. The screen fades into blackness dot from the darkness. Words strike like lightning. Beauty and Black Season 3, a pause. The faint echo of the storm lingers, almost too soft to notice. Then a final whisper, chilling and certain. This time, no one walks away. The silence swallows everything.